Welcome back. We've now been joined by our guest, Richard Oriri, who's going to help us analyze on most of the top stories we read out to you earlier. And do not forget, this is also the segment where our phone lines are now open for you to join in and make your contributions known. Mr. Richard, you're welcome to the studio this morning.
Good morning.
It's always a pleasure having you in the studio.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming at such short notice.
Don't worry.
All right. So let's talk about some of the stories that made it to the front page. And the one that has caught my attention the most is this visa restriction story. The federal government rejects United States claim on reciprocity. Now, there's a conversation of the federal government denying the fact that they did not stop the 5-year visa for Americans, while they are also saying Nigerians will not accept Venezuelan criminal deportees. Help us make sense of this story and this development. Thank
you very much. You know, what is going on between Nigeria and America is a clear indication that Nigeria is like taking a move away from American ideology. And the policy of the current administration of Donald Trump in America is about America first. And the American first ideology is a foreign policy of America. And currently, if you look at what is going on in the global space, you will see that the entire global South nations, forming alliance, a very strong alliance against America. That is BRICS nations. They're forming alliance against America, and whatever they are talking about accepting or not accepting deportees is never the case. The case is that America want to show to Nigeria that we are strong allies. The only country in the whole of Africa that America would never want to toy with is Nigeria. So now that our president, the current leadership of the current administration, they are taking a move to take a step away from American ideology. Americans are not taking it lightly with the country, with our country today. And for the fact that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken the bold step to even attending the Brazil meeting of these BRICS nations, it has shown to America that we are moving away. And for that reason, they will have to give us sign that we are here watching too. So this visa restriction is a clear indication that you are fighting us and we will come hard on you as well. So you see the other day, you see the American ambassador to Nigeria also. He was talking, not the American ambassador to Nigeria, this IMF representative. Yes. They were saying something nasty about Nigerian poverty level and all of those things. They are still the same people that have given us this policy to implement. And the policy now is not yielding profit, it's not yielding any benefit to Nigerians. And they are still the one now coming to discredit the country. The same people that have directed the government, this is the path to take in terms of economic policy. By removing fuel subsidy and all of those things, they are the ones that have directed Nigerians to doing this. And now that is not yielding profit, they are still the one to discrediting Nigeria. And discrediting Nigeria now is to cause a very sharp division between the citizens and the establishment, which would definitely lead to danger against the current administration in the 2027 election. So the moment they have seen that the leadership is not doing their part, what they do is to see how they will remove you from office. I have said it before. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not careful, America will be against him in the coming election. And there's nobody in Africa that have won any election, presidential election before, without the influence of the external body. And once America is against you, it's a problem. So he has to tread with caution. This issue of visa restriction is a sign that, and from every indication, Nigeria, to me, we are not ripe. The time is not ripe for us to say we are taking a bold step to fighting the country.
Exactly the question I was going to ask you. Like, what do you think? Where do you think this keeps a lot of Nigerians? Probably those applying for visas, those traveling for tourism, even some of our children that are actually going out to compete for different, tournaments. Like I know some of our children actually were out in the US competing for the chess tournaments and all of that. We have lots of them go out there to do some of those things. So what does this now mean for them? Would it really mean that it's just going to be like a travel visa for just 3 months or less with just a single entry, no more stay, no more opportunity to go out there to study, because if you have just 3 months, 3 months cannot help you study anything. 3 months cannot help you learn anything for just a single entry. What does that now mean for Nigerians?
Like I said, Russia, they're even making everything so difficult for Nigeria. Just between yesterday and today, within 24 hours of Americans' visa policy against Nigeria, Russia have come up to say they are giving Nigerians visa, scholarship. You understand? That is to say, Nigeria is now moving away from America, and Russia, the strong enemy of America, they are coming now to embrace Nigeria. So they are making it so difficult for even for our country presently now. This issue of visa restriction or no visa restriction, they are just, it's just one small thing that they are throwing to Nigeria to say we are here and we are watching. And America will never allow Nigeria to form alliance with Russia,
especially with the current president.
To form alliance with Russia. Russia, they have succeeded in pulling away Burkina Faso, these other 3 countries that just pull away from ECOWAS now. It is Russia that influences it, and now Russia is coming to Nigeria to cause division between Nigeria and our core ally, which is America, the Western world. So it's a very big problem for us. And if you look at our policies and everything that our leaders are doing, you see that we are not strong enough to be part of this fight, to be part of this global fight. Economically, we are not strong. Military-wise, we are not strong. Technologically-wise, we are not strong in all the aspects. That because if you want to enter into international politics and fight this fight with these global powers, there is no how you will not be strong back home. Nigeria as it is now, we cannot do anything without relying on other nations, which is not fair, which is not good for us as a country. But as it is that our government is taking this step, you have to take this type of step when you see that you are self-sufficient. But we have everything that will make us to be self-sufficient, but we don't have leaders that will position us, that will place us in such a manner that we can have that boldness to say we are pulling our chest all out to say we can fight you. If you bring fight, we are ready for you. The Russia that is doing this with America, they have the strength. They have the strength. You understand? They have the strength. But we are here in Nigeria, we don't have the strength. In African countries, even South Africa, they started this BRICS arrangement from the beginning. They trust themselves. Economically, they are strong. In all aspects, even in terms of leadership, they are giving better leadership than our country. You
just mentioned South Africa, and yes, we are supposed to be the giant of Africa.
We are supposed to be the giant of Africa, but we are not giving that leadership to African nations. Nigeria is supposed to be the giant of Africa, the father.
And the giants not be able to stand on them.
But we are not giving that leadership. We are not giving the leadership. We are not giving the governance that we should be giving. Internally, we are having insecurity almost everywhere. Even insecurity in other parts of African countries, we are supposed to provide leadership by ensuring that there is stability in the African sub-region. But we can't even provide such leadership to bring stability to other countries within Africa. Even in our country itself, we have not been able to provide stability. Both stability in the economy, stability in the security, stability in almost all the angles. We are not being able to provide that, and we are stretching hand up to where we can go.
So what about accepting the Venezuelan deportees?
The Venezuelan deportees, in the position of Nigeria, I'm strongly with Nigeria for disagreeing with America in that, because the people they are bringing here, if they are good, why would they not keep it in America? Why would they not keep them in America? Why shifting them, pushing them to Nigeria? And they are Venezuelans, they have their own country. If you have rejected them, why not push them to their own country? Why bringing them to our country when we are having internal security challenges, and we are bringing other foreigners that we don't even know their stand, whether they are terrorists or whatever they be, we are not aware yet, and you are pushing them here. The ones we are facing here, we have not been able to curtail it. So why compounding our problem? So the position of Nigeria in that line, I am strongly in support of that.
All right, so let's come back home and let's talk about other pressing issues. We have autonomy standoff. Governors get 4.5 trillion naira local government funds 1 year after Supreme Court ruling. Now, local governments yet to open CBN accounts. Labour blames governors, AGF for delay. Falana, SAN accused governors and federal government. Now, the most beautiful part of the local government autonomy was that, they were going to be independent of the state government and they could do things on their own. But as it is, 1 year later, their money is still being paid to the state account. What does that make them?
It's a clear sign of vote of no confidence on leadership.
After 1 year.
Vote of no confidence on the leadership. That is it. Because now, if the institutions are working, Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. They've given that verdict that federation allocation meant for local government should go straight to local government in Nigeria. The 774 recognized local government areas in Nigeria. Okay, we have 3 tiers of government. The federal government, the state government, and the local government.
Sure.
Constitution recognizes these 3. And both the 3 of them, they are part of this joint resource allocation formula. Now, federal government, they are taking their own. State government, they are taking their own. But they've merged both state government and local government. Now, state government to take on behalf of the local government. Supreme Court says separate it. Let it go straight to the local government. It is the pronouncement of the court. It is the responsibility of the executive to implement this judicial pronouncement. It's the responsibility of the executive to implementing this judicial pronouncement. That they have refused to implementing it is a clear show of lack of how do I put it? There is a vote of no confidence of them. And as it is now, that the state governors are taking this money meant for local government is against the constitutional provision of the country presently now, based on the pronouncement of the Supreme Court. So for me,
so why should the federal government? There are things you can actually put as a standard, like an ultimatum. After you know that you fought a battle and you won it, it is important that you put down some stringent rules. Your money will be paid if only you open your accounts, instead of saying, okay, since you don't have accounts yet, the state governments can take the funds.
No, state government can't take the fund. If you don't have account yet, Accountant General and the Minister of Finance, they can keep the money in the CBN.
Exactly my point.
Pending whenever they open the account. The collaboration of state governors and the presidency is why we are having this problem. Now some people are alleging that the state governors they have run to presidency, to the president, telling him that you should allow us to be in charge of this local government fund, because it's a conduit pipe where the governors steal money. They are the one taking these local government allocations. They are not taking development to the local government areas. I was once a secretary of local government. Once the allocation comes, there's what they call a joint account committee within the local government, comprising the special advisor to the governor on local government and chieftaincy affairs, like in the case of Benue, special advisor to the governor on local government and chieftaincy affairs, and all the 23 local government chairmen. The day of this joint account committee, the special advisor on local government and chieftaincy affairs will preside over that meeting on behalf of the governor. And you, local government A, let's say Ado Opoku chairman, this is the allocation that have come. This is your own allocation, maybe 480 million. But how much is your salary wage? They will not know how much is the salary. They will pay that salary to the bank that will credit the workers. That one will be separated. Then give you maybe a small thing for impress of your let's say supervisory councillors, secretaries, vice chair, and all that. The impress and some other heads of department. After that, highest local government chairman will be given 4 million, 5 million as their own personal money. The remaining one now is meant for the state government. But you must sign that you have received the total amount that comes from Abuja.
When it doesn't come that way.
When it doesn't come that way. So it's a serious crime. But even the FCC, they are aware of it. That's why, even as a citizen, you have local government. If you have the right to question your local government chairman for not providing governance for your people, you can petition your local government chairman to either EFCC to account to you as a citizen why this is happening, why you are not having development, why social amount of money have come to you, because you have access to the allocation received by your local government on monthly basis. So with that information, you can petition EFCC. But if you petition EFCC now, and EFCC go to arrest your local government chairman, before you know it, before your chairman will get to EFCC office, the governor of that state is already in the EFCC office to cover up for the chairman. Before you know it, they will release the chairman. That's why no local government chairman in Nigeria from 2002, because from 1999, there wasn't anything joint account committee. Joint account between local government and state government. The money normally goes straight to local government from 1999 to 2002 before Obasanjo put them together. You understand? That was when he was planning for third term. So he needed the governors to support him. So he merged local government with the state government. So from then, from that 2002 till date, no money go directly to local government again. No local government chairman has been penalized or prosecuted by EFCC for stealing. And the stealing is going on at the local government level, but it's not the chairman. It is the governors that are stealing the local government funds.
So that means the supposed autonomy right now is in shambles.
It's in shambles. It's a pronouncement. It's not anything. They can, for now, they have not. For the fact that they have not implemented, and that's why all the local government chairmen, they are not elected. No local government chairman in Nigeria is elected. They are selected, and it is the governor that select those that will accept to be signing that money, even when they have not received it, to be local government chairman. And that is why you will never see transparent and fairest election in any local government election conducted in Nigeria, because the chairman, the governor's target is the resources coming from Abuja for local government. So he will definitely ensure that those who will be local government chairmen are people that can be controlled, are people that will never question you when you are taking their money, and they just take peanut. When I was local government secretary, there is no, even if you identify projects that should be done in the interest of the people, you cannot carry out any project without taking approval from the state, and the state have to make sure they have funds that they will give to you, either 20 million. There was a time that the administration of Governor Suswan, he releases 52 million naira to our local government for identify the project across the 10 political wards. Our chairman say, our secretary say, that we should go and identify just covert in our various wards. Even when you don't have problem of covert in your ward, you are meant to go and identify where you put covert. Covert of how much? 500,000. That is to say, they are giving you, because the 500,000 can't construct any better covert for anybody to use. You understand? My own, I rejected it. I said my community, we don't have problem of covert. The problem we have in my community then was electricity. We don't have light in my community. My father, until his death, never saw electricity in my community. And I will not be alive like this, and God has given me opportunity to be in government, and I will not push for my community to have light. Even if the government cannot give us complete light, let the government put poles from the local government headquarters to my ward. If another government comes, they can put the wire. If it is pole that will get to my ward, at least it will be a sign to say light is coming. But for covert, we don't have problem of covert in my place. I rejected it. I troubled there until getting to almost 1 month. Nobody have been able to collect anything, because I said it will happen. Then other supervisory councillors came to you, Richard, we know you don't have problem, you allow us to take this one. I said, no, I am not holding any of you not to take. It's my word I am talking about, that we don't have such problem. And for the fact that I said we don't have such problem, doesn't stop you from collecting your money and go and do covert in your ward. You understand? So that is the crime, serious crime going on at the local government level.
At this point, who should be blamed?
The blame is the leadership. where the money is coming from in Abuja here.
And do you also think that the people have become too quiet for too long, that nothing is happening?
That is what they are saying. That the local government chairman, they don't have voice. If not, the 774 local government chairmen in Nigeria can go to court and take the state governors to court. Now Supreme Court have given a judgment. They've given a judgment that this money should come to you. Now they can't voice, because if you voice, you are not elected. It is the governor that have had picked you to be the chairman. Chairman as in for pronouncement that you are chairman. You were not elected by the people. It was an appointment. So if you dare voice out to say anything, the governor have his right, his power to use the legislators within the state level who are already automatically too. He has stooge to suspend you, because local state assemblies, they have power within the state law to suspend local government chairmen. You understand? Because they are the representative of the people within the state, and they oversee the resources of the state on behalf of the people. So any local government chairman that is erring, the state assembly have right to suspend you. And once they suspend you, you may not come back again, because nobody will come to fight for you. There is nowhere you go. Is it not the same governor that have been suspending state assembly members elected by the people? In Zamfara, they are still there. In Benue, since went back to say we apologize for what we have done, please accept us, so that their salary will be covered and they will be having small benefit just to feed. The others, they have not recalled them, but since they have apologized through writing, they have accepted, and those who now have accepted to say whatever any wrong decision in the house will be taken, we will be part of it, just to serve the governor. You understand? So a lot is going on at the local level, but the attention of Nigerians is to the center. That is where we are having the problem. If the attention of Nigerians will go to the rural communities, the governors and the local government chairmen, where this money is going for the development of rural communities, Nigeria will have development. But the attention is solely on the center, which is not good for us. The lot of money, like since they removed this fuel subsidy, since this fuel subsidy was removed, state governors, they are collecting so much. Before, Benue state allocation was around 4 billion naira. But since the removal of this fuel subsidy, Benue state allocation is above 13 billion a month. Plus over 10 billion going to local government chairman, the local government, the 20 local government in Benue, join together, everything, over 20-something billion going to a state. And there's no development anywhere. So it's a problem. If Nigerians can shift attention to governors and local government, and at least reduce burden on the federal, there will be development at the rural area. Even if the FCC will help Nigerians, because it's an institution established by the law of this country to help Nigerians bring development, to curb anything called corruption. But if the FCC is not helping Nigerians, Nigerians are helpless now as it is. We are helpless. If you go to rural communities, no development. Community health centers in all the community wards, you will see better things going on. No roads. Even local markets. That is the responsibility of local government to establish markets where farmers will take their farm produce to the market, at least for exchange of this thing. Nothing of such is going on at the rural areas. No better market in any local government area in Nigeria. It's just so unfortunate. It's a very primary health centers, primary schools, basic education. The highest that state government are doing in terms of basic education is suburb. They call it suburb. Yes. Money that they vote to them. The highest they will do is to go and put 2 or 3 block of classroom in some selected communities where there are no teachers. At the end, lizards will take over the
I truly feel like Nigerians, we need to wake up to start asking some questions.
We have not started.
Pay so much attention. Else, I think we probably, truly, like you said, paying so much attention to the center and forgetting that right where we are is where we're supposed to start from. Those rural areas, those communities, we have to. I think there are updates on budgets all the time, like budgets website, where you find how much has been allocated to your local government, how much your local government actually gets per time. You could just search for your state, search for your local government, and discover how much has been given to your local government, and find out if those developments are actually coming through or not.
That is why we have democracy. Now No local government that is not represented in Abuja. You have House of Representative members. No state in Nigeria that doesn't have 3 senators representing the interests of the different senatorial districts. And all these senators from this budget, they have allocation to their senatorial district for development, which the senators oversees. They supervises this budget. Yes, they are not going to be the one to execute it, but it's their responsibility. They have been given the authority, the power.
You know what is funny?
To supervise this, to ensure that it is done. Even the 360 House of Representative members in Nigeria today, we have 360 members of House of Reps. That is to say, no segment of this country that is not represented in Abuja. And in the budget, none of these 360 House of Rep members that doesn't have allocation from this budget for their federal constituency. You understand? So, and it is the responsibility of this person that we have elected to represent us as a rep member to supervise whatever that is allocated to that federal constituency for proper utilization. So if that is not done, why are we always taking the blame to the president? The president is doing a lot. To me, Nigerian president, they are doing a lot, but it's our responsibility as citizens to equally help the president track these things. You understand? So a lot is going on. Like now, this current administration now, one thing they have done that I like so much is this geopolitical zones now that have regional development commissions. These regional development commissions is meant for the development of these regions, and money will be allocated in billions for the development of these regions.
But what's the assurance that anything will be executed?
That is the problem. That is the problem. Supervisory mechanism. This okay, those that will be chairman of these commissions, they are not from another place. They are going to come from your region, and it's done that way for you to see that the person that is going to be the chairman of this commission now is part of you, and you should know it is the idea of government that this person that is the chairman of this commission, since it's coming from you should know your problems. You cannot blame the center again for giving you development commission, for giving you chairman, for giving you board members who are selected from within you to manage whichever resources coming to you for your development, and they are not doing it, and nobody is questioning them. It's a problem. Okay, for these development commissions now, where you are having an ecological problem, they can handle it. Where you are having bridges problem to connecting communities, it's their responsibility to do it. When the communities are having problem of water provision, it's their responsibility to carry out all of these services for the people. But at the end, they will corner all this money to their own personal pockets, sending their children abroad, leaving the children of the poor back home here, and nothing going on.
And it's always like there's a commotion and this huge distraction to make sure that people pay so much attention to the federal and forget about them in existence. Because I have never seen where anyone is dragging their local government chair online.
At all. Even councillors.
They hardly even drag state governments compared to the way they drag.
Now, if the local government chairmen are handicapped and they cannot question the SSCs of the governors, what about the councillors? The same thing, sir. Even the councillors, they are equally selected. What about the councillors? They have information about
you know what is so surprising is the fact that most of these elections are conducted at the grassroots level.
The state government conduct all the state in Nigeria, they have electoral commission. Like Benue, call it BISEC, Benue State Independent Electoral Commission. In River, they call it RISEC, Resulti. All the state of the federation have electoral commission established by the state, controlled by the governor. Whoever will be the commission chairman will be appointed by the governor, and whoever is saying you are giving a certificate of return as the person that is elected as chairman, they are the people that you are. Any list that did not come from the governor to the commission chairman, these are the councillors for this local government, these are the chairman for this election. Those are the people that the commission chairman will give return ticket. Every other thing they are doing to say they conduct is just for formality. Nothing. Nobody, sometimes no one go out to even cast vote But at the end of the day, they will announce the winners, because already their names have been listed and submitted to the commission chairman. No election have been conducted at the state level in Nigeria, local government level. No election from 2002 to date. No election. It's election. Appointment. The only election that have been conducted, and we know that at least we have election, is the one conducted by federal INEC. Despite we are having lapses in the election, but at least you will see different political parties winning election. That shows a little bit a kind of fairness. Talking about political parties winning election, I see on INEC has decided to take party registration to take it online, because parties that are being registered now up to 129 already. 129. What do you think is going to happen in 2027? What is the projection? Even in America, party registration is still ongoing. You cannot close that chapter for anyone any group who come to say we have our ideology. In the last election, we had 18 parties participating. The known political parties before the last election, 18. There are other ones, but those ones were not. They were not active, and that's why INEC deregistered them. So even if you register now and you are not active going forward, INEC can still deregister you. Elon Musk is trying to register his own party in America presently. So you can't close that door on the citizens. That door is always open, because as you and I, if we come together to say we share the same ideology, but looking at APC ideology, PDP ideology, ADC ideology, all these remaining political parties ideology, they are not in conformity with our ideology. We will come with our own ideology and write a name of whatever political party we choose to belong to. It's our right as citizens, and we will approach INEC, the supervising institution, to register us as a political party. But we must ensure that we have our office at the center here in Abuja and the 36 states of the federation, and possibly local government areas. And that was why when Babangida, one man that I will always respect in Nigeria, when he was to hand over power to democratically elected government, he establishes two-party system, NRC and what? SDP. NRC and SDP. Because in his ideology, the last time I visited him to even interview him, he said till he will die, even in his next generation, if he's coming back, even if he dies, if he's coming back again, he will still stand on the idea of two-party system. There is only two-party system that can make Nigeria great and that will give pure development to the country. Talking about the two-party system thing, he constructed, he built local government head offices for the two political parties, NRC, SDP. If you go all the 774 local government in Nigeria, he built secretariat for NRC, he built secretariat for SDP. In all the 774 local government, the 36 states of the federation, he built secretariat for all the parties, the two political parties. Even in Abuja here, they have their political party office secretariat, because you must have that spread. But you know, there's something that surprises me. You know, people feel like one party system or just two party system is going to be a problem, but I think maybe it might be a workable plan, in the sense that sometimes we find a situation where this political party has a different ideology and this political party has a different ideology, and from time to time the fact that we have different ideas means that the moment you step out of power, I probably will not be able to continue your project or continue in your line, continue whatever policy you have in place. So I decide I do not want it. I break down everything you've built and I decide to build mine. And probably in the space of trying to build mine, developing, there's another election after 4 years, and then another party comes in, breaks every single thing that I have also planned, and another one comes up. Do you think we need to emulate countries who have had one president in years and they've developed, or we need to still keep doing this back and forth, one step forward, two step backward, that we do all the time with political parties and different ideologies? The issue there is that countries that sincerely mean good for themselves, they have national value that they pursue. You understand? While we are having it the way we are having it in our own area of the world here, is because we have no clear national value. If you go to America, they have the Democrat, the Republican. Yes, they may have their different ideologies as political parties, but the interest of the country is one. Whichever political party that wins election, you must not do away with the national value system of the country. And in America today, the national value of America is democracy and open market economy. You get it? Whoever emerges as president of America, either from the Democrat, from the Republican, this democracy must be protected. An open market economy is the idea. They pursue it, and every American can die for it. No single American that cannot die for these two value of this democracy and open market economy. Why is America supporting Ukraine? Because they choose to belong to democracy, and Russia say you can't belong to democracy. America have to come in support of Ukraine because it's the ideology they are coming in, and the other ideology they are selling it all over the world. They have exported democracy almost across the world, and the entire world, they are over 80 or 90% in acceptance. Say democracy is the best. It's American ideology. You understand? Yeah. So Russia, they have their own ideology. Socialism. China, they have their own ideology. It's partially democracy and partially not democracy. But they are doing it in their own way to suit their culture and their value system. You understand? So almost every countries of the world that mean well for themselves, they have value that they pursue as a nation. But in Nigeria, we don't have value that we pursue as a nation. We don't have clear value that even the younger one coming up will say that this is the direction of our country, and you teach them from the cradle. You teach them, but here everyone pursue his or her ideas, and that is why if you become governor today, whatever you have tried to build in your own way, this is the best way, I think. You're not thinking that in line with other thinkers, other persons in the state, that if I do it this way, it will be a general acceptance for all everyone. But you will be doing things in your own understanding. So when another person comes, you will jettison your own, say, this person's idea looks so stupid. You get it? But when you have come together to, that is why constitution is good. In the olden days, where Africans was, when Africa was Africa, there is no community in Africa that doesn't have unwritten constitution, written laws that you must obey as a citizen of that community. You must obey. You will walk in line with the ethics and norms of that society. But we don't have such ethics and norms that we value again.
You know, I feel like we cannot have that anymore because we have traditional rulers that are supposed to be picked by traditional means are now being picked by state governors.
Yes. See, who said it was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? He said, he told the Benue state governor that the insecurity in Benue is local. He cannot come from Lagos State or that is the president of Nigeria today now to be the one to resolve the insecurity in Benue. Every security problem in any society is local, and the security challenges we are having in Nigeria is local. And the reason we are having is this bad is because from all the communities, things have become so destroyed. Like you said, traditionally, in every community, they have leadership, traditional rulers, and they have kingmakers. These kingmakers, in their own way, they design it that every kindred, every family, they have one person that is the leader of the family, either the eldest person within that lineage will be the leader of that particular lineage. Exactly. And in the council of elders of the community, the different elderly persons from every lineage, they come together to form the traditional council of a particular community. And these elders that have come together to form the council of elders, they are the one to, on their own, select who will be the central leader of the community. They don't go by election. They go by the norms and values of that particular community. They know who is clean, who is not a thief. Because if you are a thief, ordinarily you should be banished from the community. If you are somebody that sleeps with someone's wife, you should be banished from the community. If you are someone that cannot speak the truth, they don't select you, they don't pick you to be chief in any community. I could remember when I was small, my father presided over a land matter between his own brother and another person from another clan, very far in the community. He ruled against his brother that this land does not belong to you. It is this man's father's land. He ruled against his own brother. How many chiefs do we have today that can carry out such judgment? Because they are selected by politicians. They are not selected by the community. And that is why the ones selected by politicians, they don't have respect in any community. The community just look at them as government appointees. And they have their own way of managing themselves by having someone else that they rely on. And in every community now, if you don't go inside to know the true person that the community respect and love so much, if you don't go through such person and you go through the one known, pronounced by government that this is the chief of this community, you will get it wrong when you are going into a community to carry out a better project. You won't get the result because the community, they are not with the person. They are seeing you as just salary earner from government because government choose you to be paying you salary, but you are not in control of the community. That's what is going on, and that is why crime coming from local communities today, no chief can control it because they don't have a respect. But if you identify that person that is so loved by the community as a truthful person,
yes, do you think that
you get it right?
Do you think that if we have reforms from the grassroots, starting from this your ideas right now, going back to the traditional way, finding out the truth and who's supposed to handle what or who's not supposed to handle what, do you think we'll begin to have some sort of relief and be able to even battle the insecurity that we currently have ravaging the nation?
Simple. Once a traditional vacuum is created in any community, governors should remove their hand. Local government chairmen should remove their hand. You can send representatives. When we have the second Ochidoma, His Eminence Ajene Opabi, in every community where there is a vacuum for traditional ruler selection, the only thing, the constitution, the chieftaincy law of Benue State, before that, now that they have destroyed it by setting up using local state assembly to amend to suit politicians. Before now, what they have is state government will send representatives to go and observe.
Okay.
The Idoma Area Traditional Council, led by the Ochidoma, will send representatives to go and observe. It is the community that do their own thing. Whoever will be their chief, they will just pick the person and submit to you. This is our chief. Simple. Nobody go to queue behind anybody for election. No election is but you go for the community to do
sometimes you don't even trust.
But today now it's even radio that is announcing your chief. You
don't even trust those names anymore because some people are now being bought even within the communities.
No, within the community they know how to. If you allow the community, give us the council of elders. They are respected. See, there are people that fear the gods of the land. No matter what,
But do you still think people believe in the gods of the land?
Many people believe in the gods of the land. Many people believe in the gods of the land. Yes, they believe in it.
Well, I won't be surprised because I saw someone that states that they actually did come out and lay some curses on people kidnapping with the gods of the land. We hope that that would actually curb some things. Thank you very much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Always a swell time having you in the studio. Thank you so much. All right, viewers, I hope you really enjoyed the show today. It's been really educative and informative. I am Olamide Alhassan, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.